Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to episode 35 and also episode 36 of Build the Terminator.
The Terminator, week by week, built the T-800, the killing machine that defined a generation. Easy to build with high-quality metal components. You can control sound, lights, articulated limbs, and LED eyes, and explore the Terminator universe. Build the Terminator, issue 1, just $1.99.
So welcome back everyone, thanks for joining me again for some new episodes of Build the Terminator. Hope you all had a good weekend and you've had a good start to your Monday. I know I have, because I've been busy getting ready to finish this build up to issue 42. But as I mentioned, we're on issue 35 and 36 today. So issue 35, we're actually been working on the thoracic vertebra. So essentially we're assembling the support frame for the that's going to support the head and the neck. And connect the shoulder joints. That's very exciting. Not too much to do, as you can see, just a few parts. And then also for issue 36, we're going to be building the next thoracic vertebra. So it's not much again to do. It's pretty much like we did in issue 34. Like, it's exactly the same. So not too much to do. So I'm just going to crack on with these two. Then I can move on to issues 37 and 38. And then you'll see something coming together for 39 and 40. So anyway, let's get started. So I've laid out all the parts here today. So I'm going to start with issue 35's part. First of all, you need the vertebra from issue 34. So obviously you remember we did that in that episode. So you need that today. Then you need the new thoracic vertebra part. This is component 35-1. You also get two plastic caps there, these two. This component here, which is a thoracic vertebra part. And lastly, you need 3 M2 nuts, one is spare, and also 3 PM2 times 6mm screws. So they're those as well. Then we go to issue 36. As you can see, there's not many parts here, so this is going to be two very quick episodes. First of all, we've got component 36-1. This is another thoracic vertebra part. This is metal, just like everything else is here. Then you have this component, which is 36-2. That's another thoracic vertebra part. And then lastly, you have two more plastic caps here, with a mixture of screws. So we have the first ones, which are the smaller ones. We've got 3 of them here. These are the PM2 times 8mm screws. Or, sorry, my mistake, 6mm screws. And then you've got the other ones, which are 3 PM times 2 8mm screws. They're the longer ones. And also you have some more nuts. So there's 5 M2 nuts with 1 spare. Don't forget you need your cross point screwdrivers, and that's all we need to get going. So steps 1 to 4, rather simple. We're going to be copying what we did in issue 34 essentially. So taking the component mentioned before from issue 34, what you're going to do, you're going to put 2 M2 nuts onto the other side here, like we did on the first episode where we connected this component. So I'm just going to pop those in. So just make sure that those nuts sit in their flat. So I'm just going to take that one back out again. Pop it in there so it goes flat. That's one. And then the other. Now once you've done that, you're going to take component 35-1. And from underneath, you're going to just slot that through. So you'll see there's the part there. This slides up through, like so. Just like it did on the other side. And then once you're happy with that, you're going to flip it over, and then you're going to secure it with the screws. So those are the PM2 times 6mm screws I mentioned before. So I'm going to hold it upright, because if I flip it over, the nuts keep falling out. Obviously make sure that you hold in the nuts, because they have a tendency to want to jump away from you. So luckily they did supply spare ones, because I would have lost them already. I've lost one, so this one's managed to stay in. So that's that part complete. So now we can move on to step 5. So what you're going to do, you're going to flip this over, and you'll see on these parts here, there's a little section there where we're going to put these caps over. So I'm just going to check the caps, because I believe they are marked left and right. Yep, so you won't be able to see that, but this is the left one. It has a little L inside. So I'm just going to put that on the corresponding one. So This one is the left. Again, there's an L shape there, so you just want to put that on there. So the final steps, steps 6 to 7, are actually just putting the other cap on. So that's all done now. We've completed this issue and we can move on to issue 36. So once you've done that, you're going to take component 36.2, and you'll see on the other side here there are 2 little pins. They actually go through onto that component, so they actually will go through the corresponding holes, and the other 2 holes are for the nuts and the screws to go in. So I'm just going to pop my M2 nut back in as it came out. And you have to do it exactly as it shows you in the photo, because you're going to be flipping it round, so you need to make sure that you put it on the right side of the vertebra frame. So I'm just going to pop that under, like so. So now the pins are sitting in there. And again with the screws, so you have to screw from underneath like we have before. So for this you want the PM screws 2x6mm, the smaller ones. And you're just going to screw those home once you've got them into position. Okay, so I've got the screws in finally after some fiddling around. It's actually, this issue has been a bit more fiddly than I remember from doing the same on issue 34. So I'm just going to screw those in home, just to make sure that's all locked in nice and neat. And there you have it. That is that stage complete, and that issue complete. Issue 35 and issue 36 complete. So that's issues 35 and 36 complete, and as you see we now have this completed vertebra and this almost completed vertebra. So looking forward to starting the next ones. What I'm going to show you here is we have the components for the thoracic cage and the vertebra. So issue 37 and 38 are pretty much identical. They both look like that. It's going to take literally a couple minutes, nothing too major, which is good because then I'm going to sign these ones off and then I can finally move on to issues 39, 40, 41 and 42. And that's where things get exciting, because as I said in the last video, that's where we're going to finally be connecting the head to the shoulders, the arm, and extending down on the vertebra with inserts for the spinal column. So it's really exciting, and it's really developing fast now. So I hope you liked the videos today. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Also remember to subscribe if you haven't, and leave some comments in the section below. Also let me know how you guys are getting on with your mods, if anyone's building this. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I do anything to the actual metal, because I know a lot of people have done some weathering and whatnot. But for me, I want to get more of it together first before I start doing any modifications. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon for episodes 37 and 38.